Hello and welcome to an exciting installment of Dublin, the Changeling venue. Now, I would like a certain player to basically tell us what is going on in this fair evening before I interject with a very special and raggedy person. So, Mr. Voidfrost, take it away.
All right. So, the inside of the baronial freehold of the Barony of Frozen Tears, called the Junction, a large, newly created castle that looms over the chimerical reality of Dublin proper, is being set for a great fair and festival. Through the windows, many different flags and banners are evident, most of them containing the black and gold of the Varich heraldry along with the blazing sun. Inside, in the main hall, that will eventually, when it is this building is open for business, will become the main ticketing hall. Ironically, the wedding preparations are well underway. The large double doors to the hall are open, letting the sunlight stream in as many different people crate different boxes and bits and pieces into the room, for everything must be ready for the impending nuptials due to take place in a few days. Void Frost himself is standing amid the chaos with a small black book in his hand that he is casually scratching in as he looks down as he looks down at one of the many crates of flowers that have been brought to him by the incredibly excuse me, incredibly talented master. I'm sorry. Every time I say your name, it makes me smile. Anduin, I love you. I do. As he says, hmm, you seem to have an interesting fixation with crocuses.
It brings the room together, don't you think?
I leave this to those who have much better eye for art than I do.
He smiles.
Lord Frost, have you decided on how many dishes?
That depends. My wife's guest list keeps going up ever since she invited every commoner in the duchy to attend. So, as many as can physically be arranged?
Alrighty. So how about this? One beef, one fish, one vegetarian, and let's go with 3 side dishes.
I leave this matter in your more than capable hands, mostly because I have, in all honesty, I have never thrown party of this magnitude. Generally speaking, when it is in my society we throw party, there's a corpse that we have to either put in the ground or throw in a lake. You'd be amazed how often it's a lake.
Aldwin will go around with his little assortment of helpers. We'll call them boggins, and more or less just sort of with a big folder, just sort of directing them and basically smiling, telling them what goes where, how the light is supposed to be. Small orders and smiling, and just it's one of those things where he's making something pretty, so he's kind of in his element.
Everything must be fabulous or you take a point of banality.
Exactly.
Dylan? There it is.
Christian will enter the baronial freehold, uh, horse following after him. Notes the fanfare of the wedding preparations. shakes his head.
At this point, you all would feel this almost feel this blinding light just kind of explode, almost like a certain art was used. And as this happens, you just hear this loud crackling noise. Just you see this old man running around, smacking into the decorations. Like he's basically just running into him, falling down. He accidentally like slaps one of the boggins. He shakes one of them. Where's the squires? Where's the lord? Where's the queen? Yeah! Like,
Sir, please don't assault the boggins. They're very temperamental.
He's just rolling on the ground. Help me! Are you a lord? He just like grabbing on you. You can easily just like smack him and he just will crumble. That's how old and brittle, and he also stank too. Like
Lord Voidfrost, there's a rolling old man in the floor screaming about something. Help
Hey,
up the boggins.
Violet drinks boozy drink. I got 5 successes, and she gives it to the old man. Here, sir. Take a drink. Calm down. Take a breath.
He'll grab it. He'll just like, he just like his ass is just wild.
Breathe. And she'll like breathe with him. The breathing exercises.
Do you have any charisma leadership?
I do at a +2 difficulty.
How about you give that a roll, just standard difficulty?
Okay, I guess it's a difficulty 8 for me.
That won't count.
I watched.
Oh, she makes it worse.
He looks at you and like he wasn't looking at you at first because you gave him the drink. He was like, "Oh, I hear the voice of an angel." As soon as he looks at you and sees those sharp teeth, he would just smack his hand up against like one of the tables and like flip it over.
I go over to the old man and I kind of grab him by the shoulders. It was like, "Stop! You're making a mess. Stop!
Squire, won't somebody please think of your tulips?
Please." Can I get charisma leadership?
Go right ahead.
All right. Spend a point of willpower.
Mm-hmm.
Christian looks at anybody and just says, I thought
One
that
success.
derelicts would have been removed from this area.
And he'll calm down. Forgive me. Oh, he'll get down on his knees and like in a prayer, forgive me for I am nothing but the wildling of the OldShire. Forgive me.
You can start by explaining to the Lord and to myself. What's going on?
He'll try to find somewhere to sit.
He'll snap to one of the boggins to get a chair.
I was gonna say there are quite a few chairs are kind of sitting around because they have to like be like stacked up for the wedding and like put out. But yes, so they're definitely chairs.
He will basically sit in the chair, but like in almost like how if you ever seen Death Note, how L sits in the chair, he'll sit like that, kind of cradling. He'll say, "Oh, my village, the village in the mountains. They need help. The old chieftain has sent me.
What's happened in... Go ahead.
Void Frost response is, "You have got to be fucking me."
I'm sorry, I don't swing that way, but
He kind of looks down. He looks at the old issue, and he says, "What is your name? I assume you have one."
Caldor. Caldor the drunk.
So what you're saying is your village is in trouble, and they sent the town drunk.
I'm the only one left that can deliver the message. Some of them are dead.
Aldwin looks at Void Frost like,
Is that what the fuck he gives whenever this is too above his pay grade and somebody else needs to make the decision?
Yeah, somebody else has to make this decision.
He will say, "What has happened to your village?"
A terrible creature is plaguing the village, not only by his hideous visage, but a disease has spread across the fair lands, making the very grounds that we plant our food and crops not harvestable. He spreads plague.
Fuck. You had to say the fact that the Ashit was endangered. Well, it actually means I have to give a fuck. Fine. Right. Okay. He reaches into the folder of his robe, and he takes out a hip flask, and he just thrusts the hip flask towards the old issue. Like, here, take.
Oh, thank you. A drink to dull the senses from the madness. A drink to dull the senses of the reality. A drink to dull everything that pains me so. He'll just start drinking.
I'm gonna use giving him the drink as a bunk, as I'm gonna use dictum on him to make him just go to sleep, so I can have 5 seconds to fucking think.
Oh Lord! What would I be doing to roll against that? As I got the book out.
That's an interesting question. I don't think you'd roll against it. I think that if the art went off, you just spend the willpower to not sleep, because the command would be to sleep.
Okay.
Let me just.
Let's check the dock.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing. What value of a bunk do you give me for giving him the alcohol?
I would say 2.
Cool. So we're in a freehold at the moment, and Fae is my affinity, so that'll lower it down to difficulty 4. Yay.
There's no amendment in the errata, so it's as it's written in the book.
Okay. So basically, no roll against it, right?
Nope, that happened. Sovereign's a hell of a drug.
Yeah, I know, right?
So literally, just like as he takes the glove, he's just like dunk.
Yeah, you just basically he falls out the chair, and his basically his animal had cloak would kind of sprout open, and he has long ratty pants, and his body has a lot of markings on it. If somebody want to give an investigation roll for it,
sure thing.
Perception.
Yeah, we can roll the thing. Perception investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, he blesses.
He's sort of staring at the shoe, eyes flitting around.
Wow, I botched. I don't care at all.
I have a success.
Alrighty. All right. Has everybody rolled yet?
Yes.
Christian,
I don't know if he cares. He's empathically blind.
And And that's perfectly fine. He's a ratty little commoner on the ground, and he's a a wild folk. So yeah, you can honestly say you don't give a shit. You just let other people handle. But anyways, the people who succeeded, y'all can literally see these are deep. You see deep claw marks in his back, and as those investigating look further, you can see that his feet is basically worn out to the point of you see busted open calluses, blisters. It almost seems like he's been running for a very long time and traveling.
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Are they chimerical or gray?
They are chimerical.
Alrighty, I'm spinning a glamour. Well of life.
Okie dokie.
What was the name of the place he said he was from?
OldShire.
Can I make an intelligence grey mirror roll, maybe, to see about any information I know about OldShire?
Sure thing.
Can I sprinkle rose petals on him as a monk?
Yes, you can. I will give that bunk 1.
I'm at 5.
Wow, I know nothing about OldShire. Oh wait, no, I do. 1 success.
Mm.
That was a bad roll, though.
I'll wait till I get done with her, see what she got.
I got 3 successes. So that lasts 1 scene. He is now a well of life for 1 scene.
Okay. You see the wound start closing a little bit, and you see like this reddish, purplish like pus start oozing out from the wound. And you, as the guy sleep, you can hear like this sigh of relief a little bit, but he's still kind of like breathing hard, like he's sick. For you, Mr. Void Frost, since you got 1 success, you have heard of a little like old village up in the mountains that basically is like filled with a plethora of like wild folks, basically commoners who basically live off the land in the mountain. So,
Mr. ST, can I have an intelligence medicine on the old man?
yes.
Okay. Okay. That is. I have a specialty in antidotes if it was poison, but if not, then it's just flat out 4 successes.
Great. So you're basically looking to investigate, trying to determine what it is or like what it's close to.
Mm-hmm.
So as you look, you kind of look and you get a whiff of it, and your vision kind of get hazy. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't like do any like permanent effect to you. Just get like your vision get hazy a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And like everything get all distorted and whatnot. And for a quick second, like crazy thoughts enter your mind. Then when you kind of pull back from it, it stops. You could tell with your medical expertise and with the amount of successes that you got, you could tell that basically it's a weird mixture of like a poison, but a hallucinogenic poison. At that, some say that king cobras kind of have this poison sometime if it lasts long in your system.
Oh. He'll look up at Void Frost. Seems that he's ingested a lot of cobra venom.
Cobra venom. Fine. Right. Well, we had better go and have a look. These old Shireans are commoners, but they're still beholden to the sheep, I suppose. So, I'm going to go and assemble my equipment, and I'll be back in a few minutes. I'll take us to OldShire. We can at least have a look, and if nothing is wrong, return their town drunk.
Okie dokie.
I do not understand why you would bestir yourself for a commoner such as this, my lord, but such is your prerogative.
Because, Sir Christian, it is my duty. But yeah, Voidfrost will basically, he pops off. He will return about 10 minutes later, basically having actually, put on armor, or rather, his armor appears because his armor is actually a tattoo that can change its appearance, but that's neither here nor there. He has a sword, two daggers, and he's basically looks like he's actually prepared to go and do things. But yeah, so what we're going to do, Diamond, basically just for the speed of expediency, is he's going to gather. He's going to gather them all together, and then he basically takes the map. Basically, he's going to take a map of Ireland, and he's going to mark on the map where OldShire is. Basically, he's going to put a little cross on it, and he puts it down on the floor very, very carefully. At which point, he takes at least one of you by the hand. He'll take Violet by the hand. And he jumps onto the map, basically trying to put his feet where the X on the map is. And I'm going to use that as my book for Wayfarer 5 to basically flicker flash just there.
Alrighty, and I'm going to give that 3.
Cool. So...
Power of friendship.
The power of friendship! So it's Faye again. So this is actually a really easy roll for him. So it becomes so it's 3 -1 for being his affinity, minus an additional 1 for being a freehold. So that would be a -5 +1 for using scene. So that would be difficulty 4. Yeah. By the way, he looks at Christian before I do this. Do you actually wish to come, Sir Christian, or would you rather stay behind?
That's a really good question.
Do you have a really good answer?
In character, he'll just look at the issue for a long moment.
Ah, yes. So I want you have curiosity, right?
It's not a flaw, no.
Well, since you are a warrior, a renowned warrior of the realm and of House Fiona, I'm gonna have you roll. How can I say? I'm gonna kind of make this roll up real quick. Perception. No, I don't have to make a roll. Perception investigation. Give me that. Standard difficulty.
I was going to say also, bear in mind, Christian, you are still a wilder, so this is a quest.
No, I've actually regressed to Childling.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Fair enough.
I'm going to try to see if I can get the warrior blood stirring. Yeah.
Needless to say, Diamond, on the flicker flash, he instantly teleports them there. Just boom.
Okay. I'm just waiting till he gives this roll.
Absolutely.
Roll perception because I don't have investigation.
No problem. Got 1 success. So you see this, and you see this mark as it like this claw mark that's healing on his back, and you kind of feel that maybe if you tag along, there will be a worthy challenge waiting for you. Something in the midst of the horizon, something that would very much be to your liking as a warrior. something that can challenge you. But it's all up to you at the end of the day. What do you do, Sir Knight? Do you come on this quest or do you not?
He's going to sigh, roll his eyes. Oh, very well.
All right, do your little narration thing of what your character doing for the flicker flash, like basically
Okay,
teleporting
yeah.
out of
So
here.
basically, he takes Violet's hand, and the two of them jump. And by the time his feet hit the ground, essentially they don't actually hit the ground in his castle anymore. All of them essentially arrive with a crack of thunder and a spray of lightning, basically in a kind of plume of purple smoke in OldShire.
All right, let me get the picture for y'all. Mm. Mhm.
Quick
But it's like
question.
that is the only way to travel. Sorry, continue.
OOC, did the old man get left behind?
No, with us.
Take that because it's blocking. So as y'all arrive, y'all just basically poof right into the middle of basically their almost shanty town of a market. It's nothing compared to the markets in your barony, Sir Lord Void Frost, but it's a little market. You can see people of different kits, even walking around. Uh, Walking around talking, but they have a very miserable look on their face. The area is basically dreary clouds. It's like dark outside. It's not a happy place. You could feel it's almost like you could feel banality trying to seep in a little bit, but not quite have its hold. It's just these people feel miserable. You see shopkeepers trying to sell stuff but not successful. Their food's rotten, and you see guards there. They look kind of tired and worn out. And as y'all appear, they look at y'all and they just stare.
Christian takes in the sight of the township more than its inhabitants, looking through them, really, just to see what surrounds him, and then he'll casually just step on up and into the saddle of his horse.
The people look, and you see this little girl walk up to you, Violet, and she looks like she looks like a childling issue, and she's dirty, clothes like all messed up and whatnot. She has a doll, and she looks up. Have you come here to help us?
We have. She'll say without exposing her teeth too terribly much.
So Caldor the old drunk was successful then.
She'll gesture over to him. He decided to take a little bit of a nap on the way over. He worked very hard to come and get us.
He also owes me for 3 crates of tulips.
Oh, I haven't seen flowers in quite some time.
Why not?
And she'll basically point at like a picture of like a creature, like basically like a kid's drawing that's like that's basically like hung up near like a broken board, kind of like a picture of like like a monster with like huge antlers and like teeth dripping with stuff. It's a very crude picture.
Are you okay? I heard a loud crash.
It's fine. I just dropped something off my the tray that I have in my lap. Voidfrost walks over to the picture and he holds it up to his face so he can kind of get a good look at it. Is there enough of it here to make a roll to guess what it might be?
Yeah, you can. It's crude, but you can certainly make a roll for it.
In Greymere?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'm going to spend a willpower this time because I want to know the answer. Standard difficulty or higher?
Standard.
Okay, that's 3 successes with the willpower.
Okay. So, you know that basically in this area there's been you probably did a little research on like the areas and whatnot. It kind of came across basically an old like legend of OldShire about a beast that awakens every so and so odd years. That a beast will awaken and come down and devour and spread like pestilence and disease, and it will do this every so often until its hunger is slated, and it will go back to sleep. It's been plaguing the village for quite some time.
He looks at Violet and he says, "It would appear as though this is the next monster we have to kill so that people can continue to live a normal everyday life." Go figure.
Christian turns his head, looking down from the saddle. My lord, did I not kill the last beast?
What do you say?
He said, "My lord, did I not kill the last beast?" And his response was, "I consider it to be a communal effort."
Favors you with a smile. And I consider that tusk trophy a wedding gift.
Very good. For the record, Voidfrost does something that is uncharacteristically gentle. So he kneels down in the on the marketplace. Like, is it cobblestones or is it just dirt?
Some of it is met with dirt, some of it is stone, but you could tell that that basically it's been rebuilt. That's been in the rebuilding process.
Cool. What he does is he takes out his lighter and he basically beckons the child to come close to him. And he does this so that all of the villagers can see. And I'll happily roll a social check when I'm done rolling this. Art. Basically, he flicks open his lighter, and I'm going to use Primal 5, Dance of the Five Kings. Yeah, the realm used to determine the elements can be used and what they can do. Actors and Fae command the elements to attack individuals. Prop and nature allow the elements to be reshaped into fitting forms as the realms deployed. A tree could be reshaped into a throne. Flames could become impossible burning flowers. I'm going to create a flower out of fire that is. It's going to be cool to the touch. So it's basically going to be like mixture between ice and fire, so that she can hold it essentially in her hand. So I'll roll my. The only bunk I'm going to do is a really simple bunk. The only bunk is just going to be flicking the lighter in a dramatic way to, basically start the bunk or start the action.
One bunk.
Cool. So yeah, so that's going to be difficulty 7. It's going to be 8. Going to spend another point of willpower. Cool. So basically, he forms a flower out of cool fire. It's a beautiful. You know what? We're gonna make it a rose. He forms a rose out of it, and he holds it out to her, and he says, "Flowers are beautiful things, and they always come back. You should never lose hope of that little one." And he holds out the flower for her to take.
You will see the hugest grin on this little girl's face. This little Ishu, you know that you made her day. And she grabs it and she basically twirls around with it. And then she's so excited, she forgets your title and whatnot, but she's just a little kid. And this very nice person gave her a flower. And she gives you a hug.
Voidfrost will kind of. It's one of those wonderful moments of, like she hugs him and it's like, oh, okay. So it's that wonderful moment of his arms stay by his side for a couple of seconds before he will very awkwardly receive the hug her back. You know, that kind of way. As in, I'm not used to doing this, but by God, we're going to do it today.
She will. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, continue.
She will give you a hug. She will even run and give Violet a hug, and she will basically, as she sees Sir Christian on a horse, she'll just basically pat his horse. And she will look, and as she's looking at y'all, thank you. I really appreciate this rose. I guess you're probably going to be here to see the chieftain?
Where does this chieftain make his home?
Follow me. And basically you'll see she kind of scurries off.
Oh, wait. How much strength do I have? I have 2 strength. I might kind of walk the drunk.
She's running like a little... Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't want to leave the drunk guy in the middle of the street, so I'm just kind of walking him off to the side.
You can easily pick him up. You can see that he almost weighs nothing. That's how skinny this guy is. Like, it's crazy. You can literally pick him up. That's how he's been running for a long time, and basically he burnt off all that fat.
Voidfrost casually shrugs.
So,
as he follows the little girl.
So I want y'all to roll a perception investigation to look around y'all surroundings as y'all walk. Because as she runs, basically this is walking pace for y'all.
Four successes.
I had to check with my dad. What I missed?
Nope. So to catch you up, Anthony, you know what? If you want, I will have the players catch you up real quick if nobody don't mind.
Yeah, no problem. We arrived in the town. Apparently, this monster is something that comes or sleeps and then comes out every couple of years to terrorize the town. I made a flower out of fire using Primal 5 for the little girl and talked about hope. And now we're off to see the chieftain.
Fair enough.
I double botched.
That's impressive.
So,
No successes and 2 ones.
So, what are we rolling for?
The look around the town, basically.
Perception investigation, you said, right?
Yep.
4 successes.
Alrighty. So everybody got their rolls. Let me check. Okay. So for those who does have this, opening up their ears, looking around as they walk, you can hear whispers. You can hear people talking. You hear this one. You can hear this one kid talk. You can hear this one kid thing talking to another, saying, the drunk actually did it. Looked like he brought strong warriors here. But Olgar won't be so pleased about it. You know how Olgar is. He wants the glory to himself. He think he's the one who's going to defeat this creature. Yeah, he may be a troll, but I don't think he can take down that monstrosity alone.
What do you mean you can't stand me?
Does Violet get lost?
No, you basically just you're focused on how cute this little girl is, basically how she's running, and she's distracting you. She's making small conversations with you, saying what all that she likes to eat when there's harvest time.
Christian botched his role too, so he's sort of the whole interaction with the issue and between Void Frost and others would have warmed his heart in normal circumstances, but right now he's preoccupied with an intense feeling of confusion. Why bother? It's just a commoner.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Evan dropped out.
What was that? Did he drop out for good?
No. He probably lost connection. Give him a minute.
Okay.
See, he's back.
Intermission. Listen to double intermission song.
Silly. So, my lord, it looks as if a troll looks to handle the problem.
Yes, which more than likely means I'm going to have to punch out a troll before the day is out.
As you say, my lord.
So y'all finally get to this hut. It don't look like it's basically a hut near this giant tree, and basically y'all can hear like basically shouting coming from within, and basically as y'all get near, you basically see this individual. Let me get his picture. But with blue skin and huge horns. You see this individual bust out and just like, Chieftain, you don't know any better. You don't understand.
Oh look,
This
it's just he says, oh look, it's great blue Jason Momoa.
As he basically looks at that, he's like, Chieftain, you don't understand. I am the warrior. I will handle this. Give me the opportunity to prove myself. Do not send. You sent the drunk to get those that is in their nice fancy city. Shame on you. And as he basically will walk off to the side, and you can see he has like a little posse there, like, yeah, like hyping him, like, yeah, man, you don't know nothing. Like, you see, like, he got his little entourage right there, like, yeah, he don't know nothing. That old bastard.
Well, Squire Oldwin appears that we have met, or we have just been introduced to the Jolly Blue Giant.
Seems that way.
Indeed.
So basically, the guy would, you see this huge troll turns around, look at y'all, kind of lifts his head up, kind of huffs, and then goes over to his posse and start talking to him.
I'm going to try to eavesdrop.
Alrighty then. The difficulty wouldn't be a little bit higher. I would say difficulty will be 7.
No doubt.
No, what? No, let me change that. These are basically trolls and issue hype men. So no, like, you know, you can do standard difficulty because they're gonna be pretty loud.
Oh, look at that! 2 successes.
Oh yeah, you got. You hear him? He's like, look at them city folk. They don't know anything about the hardship of the land or the mountains. With one mighty swing of my mighty warhammer, I can lay low that beast you hear this one. He's like, "Yeah, man. Yeah, you can. You got this, man. You got this. Let's go up there and take care of business."
Alduin will think to
Maybe
himself, "You never believe your own hype, man. Never drink your own hype."
I'm just gonna shit. I'm literally Void Frost just pours out a small measure of vodka on the ground. He's pouring one out for his own hype, man. Pouring one out for the homie.
and you see this Slua right next to him, just whispering and kind of like, "I don't think that's a good idea. How about we just call it a day?" And then basically he just like the big troll just look at him like, "What do you know?" Basically they just continue chatting, talking, hype man hyping them up, the Slua trying to talk them out of it like, "Bro, it's not a good idea." Like, so the door is wide open.
Lord Voidfrost, may I make a suggestion?
That depends. Do you have any kind of painkillers on your person right now? Because I've got a splitting fucking headache.
Painkillers? What? No, I do not. I meant only perhaps we should wait and see how this troll fares, first of all.
Hey you, big blue with gigantic hammer.
And he'll turn around, he'll
Alduin, I said Alduin will take out a piece of bubble gum, begin chewing, put his hands behind his head.
"What did you say to me, pretty boy?"
Oh, I see. Have you forgotten, troll, that you should know your place?
"These mountains, these my mountains." And you just hear the hype man just like, "Oh, I don't know." Like, just like, "Hold up now." Like,
Void Frost kind of brings himself up to his full height and levels a glare at him, and he says, "I have walked the Ural Mountains and seen Siberia in the winter time. You think that you, just because you have pissed all over these hills, can claim them as your own? You know nothing, you souped-up bitch." And I'm gonna roll intimidation on it, if that's cool.
go right ahead. I'm laughing.
I begin to kill a diamond. What's the diff?
The difficulty will be 7.
Cool. I get a -1 diff because of murderous me. Because I look fucking scary. I have to check because he has specialties that will probably come into play here. Give me just 2 seconds to get a sheet.
Picard is perfect. That's how the Slua is like. He's looking at you like. The Slua is the only smart one of the group.
What are his specialties? Is an intimidation specialty? Does my intimidation specialty in obvious threats count?
Yes, they do.
Excellent. So, I'm also going to spend another willpower on this roll, because why not? 7 successes.
Oh. Oh, wow. So he will look and real recognize real, or fake recognize real. Let's put it like that. So he looks into their eyes and he feels that murderous intent, and he sees that thug life within them eyes. And he thought his like rowdy rough mountain lifestyle was like, he was about that life. But when he looked, he was like, "Oh," you can see in his eyes that he's like, "Oh shit, did I say?" But he has this very tough demeanor, but you know that he got that oh shit look. You kind of see him take a step back, and basically that will be the time when this individual will step. But you got this man shook, like as the medieval, shooketh, like he is shooketh. Like, and then you will see this man who just like, enough, ogre. You are talking to a baron. We may be folks of the mountains and wildlings, but you will know proper respect.
Is he another issue?
No, he's a she. A grump she.
Oh. At last, someone civilized. Royfrost will turn and he will give a slight inclination of his head as he says, "We shall do proper introductions. Allow me to introduce. My name is Baron Alexis Voidfrost et Varge. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance."
You need not to give introductions to me, Baron. I am an exiled. I don't deserve such courtesy. I am only happy that you heeded the call, and that the Lord himself brought himself here to give aid. And basically, he's decrepit, but he'll try to basically get on his knees, basically to like give a formal like bow. But he's struggling, and the little girl will go there like to help him, like or attempt to.
You are the chieftain of this village?
Yes. I am chieftain of this village. They look to me for aid. They look for me for their spiritual comfort, but I fear that I am not enough in this circumstance.
Christian looks down at the she from his saddle up on his horse, finally perceiving one reason to see this through. So far, he's just seen a bunch of commoners, but now there's a she in need.
Mr. ST, can I have a remembrance roll?
Yeah.
I'll also roll remembrance. Might as well do.
Yeah, too.
Intelligence remembrance?
Yep.
Remembrance is like almost like past life, right? If I'm correct.
Correct.
Yeah.
You are. I got
Cool.
shit.
Oh wow.
I have one success.
All right.
Those ones, though, wow.
Yeah.
Frankly, those ones.
Yeah, I get shit. And I'm happy about it.
Okay, has everybody rolled?
Mm-hmm.
All right. For those who have got a success, you remember a long time ago that there was a mighty sorcerer from the great house of what's that house? I keep butchering its name. It starts with a D.
Darren.
Yes. That there used to be a great sorcerer of Darren, but something happened. Something happened that basically tarnished his reputation, and he was exiled.
So, we've come to kill this beast. Tell us what we need to do to kill the thing.
come to kill the beast of the mountains, the one that plagued OldShire. If it would do you the courtesy, I offer hospitality into my humble home so I can tell you the full story.
He kind of denotes Aldrin with his left hand, and he says, "My friend here takes hospitality very seriously. So I think that he kind of turns and he says, I will see if he will accept, and then he will accept on behalf of us all."
Aldrin will not graciously accept the hospitality.
So basically, he'll gesture you all to enter into his humble abode, but he will basically tell the girl to like basically the little girl to like basically wander off, and he'll close the door and he'll basically pour tea for each one of y'all, nice herbal tea, and he will take a seat. The way his house is structured is more like it's not chairs, but it's more like mats around a circular table that you have a seat.
Takes a seat.
So, well, it's gonna wait until Void Frost takes a seat first.
Woodfrost will actually stand, or he'll lean against the wall. He doesn't particularly want to sit down, but he will accept tea.
Oh, my bad. What were you about to say?
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Christian was just standing, waiting to get the show on the road.
I fear that as nobles of your respective barony, I must be true to you all, especially that of our noble kift. Well, your two noble kifts. I must be true to you all. I have been keeping a secret that has been weighing heavy in my heart for quite some time. And he will basically lower his hand and take a sip of his tea, and kind of you can see the stress, the whole thing is weighing down on him.
Well then, speak, and maybe it can get the weight from your shoulders.
I have lived a very, very long life. But I have committed an unspeakable evil, and I have unleashed it until the very dreaming itself. I am the creator of that creature.
Why would you create such a creature?
It was out of vengeance. Vengeance for a vengeance against the house that exiled me. I was young and I was stupid. Now these poor people of the realm suffer because of what I did.
Did it bring you the vengeance you sought?
No. The creature was small then. It eluded me when I summoned it from the dark realm that it was a part of. And it escaped to the mountains. Soon as I arrived in OldShire, it done already plagued the mountainside. I created wards against the creature, wards to protect it, and OldShire named me their chieftain. But it was the wards have gotten weaker, and the creature had began its assault a couple of days ago. I am not strong enough to exact the wards, nor incantation. Oh, somebody can speak if they want to.
And what, pray tell, would this ward be based off of?
He'll his brow. I wanna. Do anybody have perception, empathy?
Mm-hmm.
Roll them bones.
Let's see. What is my empathy?
I will +1 difficulty because how's Norwich flaw? Nope.
I'm actually going to willpower this time because I'm tired of watching.
Cool.
2 successes.
Oh. Well, I got 4 successes.
All right. For the people who succeeded, you know that basically what he is about to say he has this look of basically like there is no point of redemption for me. I am damned. Basically, he has that look like I am damned for hell. This basically that look of there's no going back. And he will basically go over to like this. He'll get up. He'll go over to this little workshop table and basically take this scroll. Then come back over and sprawl it out, and you can see this mound that looks like it was looks very, very odd to you, like almost like an altar. Then he will put basically this weird dagger that has like a oaken like handle to it on the table.
If I may ask a question.
Yes.
Is this a creature of the dreaming or is this something else?
It is a creature of the dreaming.
So it's not a nightmare. Am I understanding you correctly?
No, it is a creature that was buried deep within the dreaming.
Okay.
And I pulled it out.
All right.
And is it your wish that we and others slay this creature?
Yes. Do anybody take a look at the paper?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. You can either roll me intelligence, Greymere, or intelligence investigation. I will give y'all two different descriptions on which one y'all decide to choose.
Oh, rocks and brain man.
Let's do that gray mare.
Mhm.
3 successes on the brain.
Cool.
Okay.
I'll spend a point of willpower.
Mm-hmm.
2 successes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Everybody rolled. Okay. Let me
Not
look.
yet. Almost wrote D190s. Oh, well, I failed my gray mail roll. I didn't botch this time.
Okay. So for the people who passed, you can you will obviously remember, and also you heard about sorcerers talking about do not delve within the dark with the dark magics. Like do not like you heard that there was wards and cantrips that was able to shun off very powerful chimerical creatures, even nightmares, but it came with a cost. And sometimes that cost basically violated the very sheet.
Hmm. There's a sad look in his eyes, but kind of just shrugs it off.
You know that also since you also know that this basically is in order to enact these wards, it would take a great sacrifice, basically the sacrifice of one face self to be basically destroyed, and basically a lot of glamour, preferably from the whole town, to basically have these wards enacted.
This entity represents a threat to the whole of the Three Names. We will deal with it, but this town, it will more than likely not survive the endeavor. I will ask you a favor in that case, chieftain. Gather your people, and I will speak to them.
He will he will nod and he will say, Baron Voidfrost, I ask also another favor for you from you.
What can I do for you?
I have violated the very with this dark ritual. I have violated the sheet and every good intentions of the dream, and I have failed as a sorcerer. After this is said and done, I wish to be brought to judgment.
Voidfrost will nod and he will say, I will preside over your trial if that is what you want when the time comes.
If I may ask, Baron, since he is of my house, would you allow my house to handle this and not make a spectacle of it?
He's not one of your house.
Is he
He's the
the
other
Non or Darian or
one.
Darwan?
He's the Darion, the one who has the dragon as their symbol.
Oh,
Yep.
he's not. Okay. No. I misheard that.
No, you okay?
They're really similar to pronounce, to be fair. It's like Darwan and Daron. But he will say, OldShire, this town will more than likely, the chimerical whole nature of it will be sucked dry, but we may be able to save its people. As for your judgment, you will have it rendered. It will be fair and it will be honest. This is agreeable to you, Duh?
Of course, there's more than an old me, an old she like myself. Thank you.
He stands, or he kind of gets up from where he's leaning. Gather your people.
And he will go out and he will like basically uh, grab a horn and basically like blow. And you will see people start rushing outside to where he's at. You can tell that he's a very like popular and very like respectable figure because everybody just drops what they do and they runs over there.
He walks outside and he says, all right. He centers himself. He kind of takes a moment. He closes his eyes and he flicks the hair, his long braid of golden hair over his shoulder. And as people start to kind of arrive, he's going to try and get a high vantage point. So basically, he's going to try and stand on something or get above them so he can be seen by the mass of people.
He will you will see the chieftain stab his staff in the ground. You basically see like this makeshift like plateau is made for you out of roots.
He walks to the top of it and he furls his cape back so that there's like a moment where you know there's that cool effect of the cape in midair. And I'm going to use that as a bunk. I'm going to use that as a bunk for grandeur.
Okay.
Because I want people to listen.
+2.
Nice. So, yeah, cool. In that case, it would be it's collecting Fey, which is my affinity realm. Yeah, cool. So that's 10d10. It's going to be difficulty 5. Yeah, so it's 8 minus, yeah, so it's going to be difficulty 5. Boop. That is not a great roll. The grandeur does, however, kick off. And you're about to see why, because grandeur gives me that many automatic successes on any social check I'm about to do. I'm about to do a hell of a social check. It's called OldShire, yes?
Yep.
Citizens of OldShire. My name is Baron Alexis Voidefrost Everich. I am here with my companions, Sir Christian Dubois ep Fiona and Squire Alduin ep Darwan, as well as the commoner, Violet. Hi, Violet. You weren't forgotten. Your village.
Oh, what you was about to say? You said who you forgotten?
No, I said Violet. You weren't forgotten.
Okay, my bad.
He says, your village stands upon the edge of a precipice. There is a great threat, not just to you, but to the dreaming itself that lurks. He points in a general direction. We have come in order to seal it away. However, in the process of this, your village will not survive this endeavor. The glamour required will suck away what little here as yet remains. And I fear that means that you yourselves will be torn away from your bodies and left to have a banal existence without knowledge of the dreaming, the lack of your changeling souls. So, with this in mind, I cannot allow this to take place without informing you of such risks. However, I have another option. You are all welcome to return with me to my home, wherein I will build for you a second shire, a new shire this time. I like that, new shire. We should call it new shire. Make a note of that. Someone make a note. I don't care who. Make a note. But I will build for you a new home. A new place where you and your families can live in peace and prosperity. It will not be the same. There will be new faces, new challenges, but you are the folk of the mountain. You have never been afraid of cold winters. You have never been afraid of new horizons. He extends his hands. I ask you, I plead with you, come with me. I'll make charisma leadership if that you're right with that, David.
Of course. You will hear as you get done, you'll basically hear before like that happen, you'll hear whispers and whatnot. And basically you just hear them whispering like, should we leave? Oh, I don't know. This has been our homes for generations, so you just hear whispers, then you can make it roll.
The grandeur adds an automatic 2 successes to the roll, which is pretty sweet. I love grandeur. Does my charisma specialty in captivating apply?
I will say that it does, since you gather a large bulk of people.
Cool. This is my 4th willpower of the evening spent, but this is an important roll, so let's go with it. Okay, so that is going to be, that was not a great roll. That is a grand total of 4 successes.
Okay. They will basically they're still chattering, but they're listening. They're like, maybe there is a future. Maybe we should go. And then you'll just hear this loud warhammer hit the ground. And basically they'll all stop and look like, it's Ogla. Like, what could he possibly want? And they'll turn and look to him. I say we should go. As the mighty warrior of OldShire, Baron Voidfrost has offered us a new home. We should leave. We have suffered long enough. I was born of the mountains, but we should go. And as this happened, you see basically the old chieftain will walk over to Ogla and tap him, basically put his hand on his shoulder and whisper to him. And he will basically, the look on Ogla's face will basically be like a very shocked look, but very saddened one. And he'll walk back over to where y'all at.
Can I get a perception investigation?
Yes, you can. To like to hear what they said.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
1 success.
Okay, so you barely hear Liz like, that's what I was looking for from you, Ogla. That's the leadership that they're going to need when I'm gone. And then basically he's just going to just go back.
You know what? From where he's standing up on he basically gestures for Ogla to step forward, like as in, come here.
And Ogla will step forward.
Your chieftain, he will say, looking towards the people, will be helping us in this ritual, this binding of this darkness. However, in your new home, I can think of no one better than Ogla to be your new shield. I can think of no one better than him to protect you from a new series of challenges, but also to help you build a new tomorrow for you all. He looks up at Ogla, because obviously when you look up at a troll.
At this point, Ogla is going to basically exhibit the qualities of what the trolls are known for, the stoic nature. Finally, he is going to basically, you see, he's standing up straight. His warhammer is like just swung to the ground. He's standing right there and basically almost salute.
He says, he actually looks out at the people of OldShire and he says, has this man defended you when it was you needed defending?
And they'll look and you hear the old drunk, yeah!
Damn it, he woke up.
And everybody will agree with him.
Has he been honest and brave and true?
Thick-headed, but yeah!
Looks up and he says, and this is the most important question he asks, do you, the citizens of OldShire, trust him?
Yeah!
I'm inviting the old drunk is going to my wedding, one way or another. I'm just saying it right now. For posterity. Voidfrost draws his sword. Ogla, will you take a knee?
And basically, their eyes go big, and you hear them whispering, like it's been there hasn't been anyone to be given this honor since, and you see them counting on their fingers. Oh, it's been years. Like, and Olga will take a knee.
Varwich, because he has proven the people have spoken, he has gotten all of the various different accolades of the peeps. And obviously, they're going to need a leader to go forward into a brave new horizon. Voidfrost is going to knight him.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
So, he will, to keep this thing going, he will say his oaths and whatnot. And you see his horns. They were huge, but they get bigger. And, like, basically, as they say, when a troll takes on an oath, they spiritual and physical gets powerful. He gets bigger, and like his muscle density to almost look like his abs can crush through steel itself, like it can shred steel, like chatter. So basically, he gets up, he looks over to the people. He'll bow to you. Look over to the people of OldShire. Let us prepare and leave. We must leave these warriors to do their work. And basically, he'll point his hammer forward, and basically, people will literally start like following him, like gathering things. As you hear the hype man say, "Yeah, boy!"
Voidfrost kind of sits down on the. He's on the side note. Hey, Christian, you now view Ogla as a person because he has a title.
He's not a she, though.
Damn.
Yeah, but only if you're non-titled. It's not. Doesn't matter if you're a she or not.
So it takes a couple hours, but the OldShire is now vacant and gone. A bunch of flicker flash happened, and it's like basically desolate. And now it is now the dead of night.
Woodrush just kind of hands his hip flask to Alduin, like, do you want the snort? Good.
He will nod and basically take a drink from it.
You know what he offers everyone is like, Squire, do you want the snort? Here, have a snort.
He takes a snort.
It's some vodka-ass vodka.
Oh dear.
I have two maxims that I live my life by. One is always know what way your enemy intends to stab you, and two, never go into a battle sober.
Like this one.
So he offers Christian the little hip flask, like, snort.
He'll think about it, but just take a small pull and hand it back.
It's interesting, actually. As you look at Voidfrost's flask, it never seems to go from. It never seems to lower from the level of alcohol that's currently in it.
He makes a face at the strong vodka because he's fairly young and doesn't have much alcohol tolerance. Just ugh.
Violet, do you want some? Do you want some? You're a red cap. The answer is yes. There we go.
Well, they were rude of her to say no.
I'll be right back.
Does this thing come out at midnight? Something melodramatic, and I'm kind of waiting for it to explode out of nowhere and attempt to brutally murder us.
So the old chieftain is still there, and basically he looks at y'all. You must lure it out.
Help, monster, virgin sacrifice, help.
He'll laugh, and basically, he will walk over and basically cut his hand with a dagger, and basically he will put his hands to the ground, and I'll wait till people return. But I will say, as he put his hands to the ground, you will hear like a huge sound of glass shattering. And y'all can tell that it was basically the wards coming down. It was already weakened, but now the wards coming down.
Oh dear. Oh.
I'll be right back myself using the bathroom.
Mm?
I am back. Could I be playing intermission song? This is intermission. Permission. Intermission. This is the intermission song. Mm. So while we take this quick intermission, my name is Diamond Welch. I am intern to become a narrator here at the Dublin venue. So if you have any questions or scenes that you would like to do with me, I will be more than happy to do it. Just send me a quick summary of your character and maybe we can get something on and popping. But I'm happy to work with the people here. This is an intermission. The players will return shortly and we can get things underway. Also, check out the other venues of Dublin, Unliving World of Darkness. They have not only Changeling, but Demon, Vampire, and Werewolf here. You should check them out right away. They're good games and should be well followed, whatnot. But now we shall end the intermission and get back to this exciting episode of Changeling in Dublin.
Did he actually do it? Did he actually do some kind of like broadcast service announcement for the rest of the game?
Yes. It was beautiful. You got a plug for each venue. I'm very hyped. It was a very Saturday morning cartoon.
It
My mom,
was. All right,
I'm
don't swim.
But I'm just saying, you need to come play in Vampire. That's all I choose to say.
So everybody's back. So what happened was, you see the old chieftain basically stab his hand and smack it, like make an incantation, smack it into the ground, and basically you heard this huge shattering of glass. As basically you see this very rainbow like glass like turn into glitter all around y'all, just like rain down on y'all. But it's not like cutting y'all or anything. It's just the ward's breaking.
Christian's gonna strap his helmet on because, oh shit, here we go.
Alrighty then. If y'all want, I will give y'all prep time before I do any narration of the next part.
Yeah, Void Frost is going to basically go to each one of the people in turn, one after the other. He kneels down in the dirt, and he basically moves his thumb to the dirt, and then he puts a small amount of it on each one of their foreheads, and that is it's full. Pebble.
Oh,
Still possible to join the scene?
Yes, I will add you in as soon as possible. Just
Sure.
give me a sec after he get done narrating.
No
rush.
He basically anoints you all on the head. He'll anoint Paul as well, just because he's here. Basically, that is going to be my bunk for.
Oh, my bad. Paul's not here yet, but I gotta wait to get him into the scene to make it more flow.
Cool. I'm only pointing out that when he does show up, he'll get the effect of this as well, because I'm basically gonna give him some extra health levels. Because
Cool base, yes, perfect.
Cool. So that's going to be primal. My bunk. So yeah, basically marking everyone with the dirt from the ground on their forehead is going to be my bunk for primal 3. So for Oaken Shield.
All right,
So,
I'm gonna give 2 for that because of the same.
Cool. And that's also going to be my affinity roll because we're all Fey. So I'll bring the difficulty down from 8 to 5. It'll go back up to 6 because I'm using Scene to get everyone. Oop. Everyone will have an additional 3 extra health levels for this coming conflict.
Alduin will take out a cigarette, light it. Different color flames will sort of lick from the cigarette. He'll blow out a puff of smoke towards everyone. This is a bunk for Phoenix Sun.
I'm gonna give that a 2.
Let's do it. He's trying to get to everyone. Raises it by 1. Oh, see. Double dice roller. Where are you? So we're rolling at 6 successes. Right. So that is. God damn it! I need more Fae. Bullshit. It's not a thing. Yeah, man.
I said to get up my picture for armor.
Nothing happened.
Oof.
All right. Oh, I'm sorry, but
What happened?
we
Don't die, everybody.
as y'all. Oh, I'm sorry. What you?
I'm saying out of character. Don't die, everybody.
Basically, I'm going to hold off on y'all real quick. Paul, what is your character doing?
What time of day is the scene taking place?
Right now, basically, it is dark where you basically it's just getting dark over around, like all around. Basically, it's getting towards that time.
If there's nothing going on, he's probably returning home from work.
Okay, so you feel this huge, you feel like a big cantrip of flicker flash happen, like this huge like explosion, almost kind of like explosion of glamour, but like you feel numerous of presence near where the barony of where Void Frost have made his new train station. Like you just feel this presence. I'm not even gonna have you roll for it. You just feel it like, oh, like you get this chill down your spine.
Smirk slightly. And then he's gonna get home and grab his sheep plate and his weapon. And then head over there.
Okay. As you get to the train station, you see these let me make sure I get the pick switch over to him. Basically, when you get there, you see like a lot of people that looks rugged and wild. Like think of the wild folks or the wildlings from off Game of Thrones.
Gotcha.
And basically, you see this like this guy that looks very skinny. Looks like if you tip him over, he'll break like glass. And he's just screaming like, "Yeah, yes, the mighty heroes of the land! They have come to do away with the monsters in OldShire!" And he's just dancing, and the bog fucked up because they gave him a drink. So basically, he's like dancing around, like, yes.
And this guy is a boggin that's doing it?
No, he's basically he grabbed a drink and around. He
Oh, okay.
The old guy's an issue.
What do you go up to the old guy? What are you referring to?
Mm-hmm. Lord Voidfrost has anointed the now Sir Ogler here. He'll point at a troll, basically looking around his surroundings. He, Lord Voidfrost, and his companions went to fight the mighty beast of OldShire. Yes, he can.
Roll my eyes slightly. Where is Baron Voidfrost now?
He is in OldShire. Do you wish to be there to give aid, warrior?
Narrow the eyes slightly in suspicion, but yes, I'm sure he'll need it.
He'll start dancing around you as basically he will pour the alcohol on his feet for a bunk of his own. He'll start dancing around you super fast, and then he'll start doing a running man, and then basically you will just disappear, and you will arrive in the scene as everybody will see a burst of light. You, good sir, will arrive in OldShire.
Oh, thank God! I thought that was the drunk coming back.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see me. I'm in sheep plate, and I have my weapon, and my helmet is on, and or he's holding on his weapon on his side, but he's got a very strong look of haughty derision on his face.
Ah, I see Sir Valerian has met the drunk in that case.
If I
Do I
could,
see Voidfrost?
Hmm?
Are you there, Voidfrost? Is that something I see?
Yep, you see a Voidfrost. He is stood there dressed in his own blue sheep plate as pictured on screen there. He'll take off his helmet, or rather, his helmet kind of venoms off his head as opposed to him taking it off. But he kind of quirks his head to the side and says, "Ah, I see that at least my new subjects managed to get back to the barony in one piece. That's gratifying."
if I could have everybody kind of group together, and she's like laying down flowers and grass in a circle.
I felt the presence over here while I was returning home from my business, and it felt like you needed help.
Well, we're about to go and battle against some kind of hideous construct pulled from the darkest echelons of dreaming. I should think so.
My two most important questions right now is, what was that issue, and why is that issue a thing?
I don't know. We shall form a committee to investigate.
I took him at first to be a train yard derelict. I was not far wrong, but he was an issue.
If it helps, I intend to make him my court jester.
Those who would like the Well of Life on them, please step within this impromptu fairy circle.
He steps in.
Yes, please, Sir Christian and horse.
Another one for the horse. Alrighty. And I have 6 dice. That starts at difficulty 7. What does the impromptu phase circle give me?
I'll give it 2 bunk.
Okay. I'll go down to 5, and then I'll increase by 1 by adding scene. I'm gonna spend a willpower on this.
Mm-hmm.
Already 3 successes, so everybody has Well of Life on them for the scene. While in contact with the Well of Life, you heal 1 bashing or 1 lethal per round of combat.
Oh, by the way, Diamond, just a brief note, because obviously a whole shitload of people just turned up in front of my door. I will have written a note and given it to the now newly minted knight, basically to present to my staff, to be like, make sure these people get situated and have a hot meal. I'll be back soon.
Oh, yeah. That's the reason why the drunk was dancing around with a drink. They test him out, see if he'll be a good court jester.
Just tell them any court jester. That's all. That's all.
So, do anybody have is everybody prepped up?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Just making sure. Alrighty. Because this guy's prepped up, but he's not like super duper like woo! He's just prepped up on some things. So to set the scene, so y'all so I want y'all to roll y'all perception alertness.
What sense is this based on?
It will be more hearing.
Okay. Cool.
Diamond, just so you know, I have naming 4 active on my character to increase some attributes. It's in my blue book. I don't know if you have access to that yet.
He does not, because I haven't given it to him yet.
Okay.
God damn it!
No.
I botched again.
Damn.
I'm gonna cry.
You didn't actually botch. You just failed.
What?
You have an 8 in there. You didn't actually botch.
Oh, okay. I can't see because I'm not wearing my glasses.
Alrighty. Mm-hmm. I'm looking. Has everybody rolled yet?
Yep.
Alrighty. Let me take a look. All right. For the people who hear, you will hear this loud, this hideous crunching of like trees getting pushed down. If y'all ever seen Jurassic Park, when the T-Rex was coming it was 2. When they was in the overlook and they seen the trees like falling down as the T-Rex was pushing them down. That's kind of like that from off in the distance. You just hear like this crunch, like just pushing, trees being pushed around. and then y'all will hear this hideous roar. As y'all see, what y'all was about to say? I was giving y'all a chance to like role play real quick.
Yeah, he was just gonna yell because he got 3 successes. Be on guard. Something quite large is on its way towards us.
I would be disappointed if my death came in a small package. Would Frost will say as he draws his sword.
I'm sorry, but I have to know what Sir Christian is wearing.
Armor.
What kind of armor?
It's cheap plate. It's the nicest thing he owns, and he's wearing it.
Okay.
But in your Grey World reality, are you wearing a tracksuit?
You guys are the worst. I love it.
So he's in his finery for battle. Fantastic.
So as basically y'all see in the distance, you see this 30-foot beast with these misshapen antlers, these long claws, fangs, dripping with this reddish, purplish like pus, almost like venom, just as it basically oozes from his mouth and basically drips on the ground, and you just hear like the sizzle. And he basically clinks his claws together like how Freddy Krueger we usually do his. You could just see the sparks and shimmer come from him, and his hooved legs basically just make imprints into the ground as he walks towards y'all. And he's hunched over, and it's almost like he's speaking some type of old language.
Oh, wait, I have naming one. I can understand that. Let me roll it right quick.
You have what?
Naming one.
The one that lets you understand all languages.
Mm-hmm.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's go kill this Wendigo-looking motherfucker.
You want to roll your naming one for this?
Yes.
I also have naming.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I don't care what this thing has to say. It has to die.
Mm-hmm.
I assume it's Faye.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Standard diff is diff 8 for arts, if I remember correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
This is reactionary. Oh, no bunks.
Are you autumn or Arcadian?
Arcadian.
Yeah, cool. I was going to say, because otherwise you would have got the Fey -1 for the... Yeah.
What does it actually say? Okay.
Hold on quick.
I got 4 successes on my naming.
What's the difficulty again?
It's 8.
I'm gonna spend a willpower.
Oh boy.
Remember, kids, keep count of how much willpower you spend.
I got 2 successes with the willpower.
My bad. What's up?
2 successes with the willpower.
People can basically understand what every fucking saying.
Okay. All right. So the people. Mm-hmm. So you hear, Master, Master, for the bog, Master, for the bog. It keeps saying that.
Can I get a Greymare check?
Mm-hmm. Just one more check before things go down. We roll for initiative.
Gotcha. Just want to know if I know in-game what I know out of game about what that name means.
What's the difficulty?
The difficulty for this,
Uh-huh.
I would say if it's great, I would say it will be a difficulty 8 for this one.
I got 1 success.
Alrighty.
I got 3 successes.
Alrighty then. For my 1 success, you know that basically some Thalians are can can summon Pacific creatures that is basically subservient to them and only them. And basically sometimes that said creature could be sometimes snatched. For you, you got 3 successes, right?
Yes.
You know that basically this comes from a very Pacific Thalian, chimerical creature that they usually summon for battles and whatnot. And almost the same as hers, usually if somebody has strong enough sorcery, they can be pulled out of the realm, just snatched away, just snatched out the realm and pulled into another one. They're like in the darkest, deepest of the dreaming. And usually the Furball has control over these said attack creatures.
Do I know that the Furbog is an Atine?
What do you say?
Do I know that the Furbog are Atine?
Not so. You have to do research on that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, with that being said and done, how about we wild people throw initiative? If someone would be so kind, if when all the initiative is thrown, to put it on the side chat.
I got you, boss.
Thank you. Okay, now pull up his character sheet. All right.
Put it in the group chat once you have your totals.
Of course I get a 1.
Hey, same.
Actually, didn't do too bad. I always end up on the low end.
3.
By the way, Diamond, quick question, because this is quite important. Weren't we meant to be doing a ritual while this was all happening?
What do you say?
We were meant to be doing a ritual to try and bind this creature, weren't we?
No. Basically, what was happening is basically it would have took a sacrifice to basically enact the wards. So basically, it would take a massive amount of glamour and also a sacrifice of one changeling self to enact the wars. You wouldn't have killed the or bind the creature. You just basically staved off the creature's onslaught for another couple years.
Okay, cool.
Also, this creature has 1 extra action. That's it, because his rolls are crap.
Crappy NPC rolls make things interesting.
I mean, it also means that we don't immediately die, which is always preferable to, instant death.
Valoran, you're up first.
Mm-hmm.
This thing is moving towards us hostily. So,
Oh, yes.
Let's see, what do I want to do first? Looking up Dragon's Ire. I want
To break free.
Confounding Coils to raise the difficulty to hit me.
Okie dokie.
Which is Dragon's Ire and because I'm Fae. 4 successes. So last 4. Spend a point of glamour to activate time, so it lasts 3 times the normal. So next 12 scenes. Difficulty to hit me is +2.
Alrighty then. Alrighty, so next up
is the beast.
Yep, next up is me. So he is going to open his mouth and he is going to who is in front line? Who's basically in front line mode?
I would be up front.
Okay. He is going to shoot basically a blast out of his mouth, like almost like a reddish purple fireball at you.
That sounds exciting.
And what's the difficulty for that to hit you?
It's +2, so if it's standard difficulty, it means 8.
Okay, so 8 difficulty. So here goes. Let me consult the good old character sheet. Oh. So he is going to hit you.
Don't hit me.
So 1 success.
Boo. Okay.
So that will be, look at his breath weapon. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll just be 5 chimerical damage.
Okay. So let me
All right.
roll for soak.
Yep, just 1 success. Just one damage.
Ones don't take away on damage rolls.
Oh, okay. Thank you for 2. So 2, just 2.
No worries.
The same for soak rolls, correct?
Yeah, it doesn't take away on damage and or soak rolls.
Gotcha. Thank God for sheep plate. 6 successes.
So basically, the fireball hits you, and it just basically it loses momentum in the air, basically, and just like kind of sprawls out and doesn't do no damage.
It's a fire attack?
Yeah, the fire basically. It was like a fireball.
Okay. Am I allowed to make one quick comment about this in character?
Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
You use a fireball against a dragon?
Oh my.
That's right. That's how Leo.
Do the thing.
All right.
Alrighty.
Who is
Attack it.
sure?
Oh.
He's big and lumbering and ugly.
3 successes to hit.
Alrighty, yeah, that's a hit. My ankles.
My ankles.
2, 3, 5, 7,
These ankle biters are a bitch.
7. Okay. It's poisoned.
What do you say?
It's poisoned.
Okay, so I'll have to make a stamina roll afterwards. Okay.
The way that works, it's basically poisoned apple. Poisoned apple for your benefit is on page 198.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, it's considered a category 3 poison. So basically, he has to make a stamina check at the end. At the end of the at the end of this combat turn, I think.
Okay, gotcha. All right, I'm rolling for his soak.
I was going to say the other point is if he soaks all of it, he doesn't have to make the check. I don't think. Is it only if you wound him?
The way my thing is, I only poison him if I wound him. So.
Okay.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, he's out.
Alrighty then. Who is next up?
Christian.
Seeing the fireball fly past and strike Sir Phaleron, an Arcadian she, one of the only people in the party that Christian rightly cares about at the moment. He's going to put his legs into his horse after drawing his sword and unslinging his shield and charge the creature to slash at it.
Mm-hmm.
It's all right, Paul. We accept the fact that only a few of us in this scene are people.
Yep. It's alright.
You're not wrong.
Oh,
And some of
God.
us are more people than the people.
Even the Arcadian cheese. Wait!
Them damn Arcadians.
To be fair, I'm an autumn she. That's all I choose to say.
And the lie detector came back and said that was a lie.
Jerry. There we go.
Not Jerry Morey. Get right.
Fuck you.
You uncultured swine. That is a El Hito.
5 successes with my sword specialty. So charging with a horse, I think, adds automatic damage.
You getting ready to roll them bones? Hello?
He's just not talking.
Yeah. Oh, never mind. He rolled. Okay.
7, I think.
5, 6. Ooh, that was a good old rolio. Good rolio. May put this beast down somehow. Okay, here we go. Oh wow. So
Nah,
1,
son.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh. These ST rolls are.
It always happens that way.
So you did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You did 7.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So basically, you charge in, valiant knight, and just you hit him as hard as you can, but you feel like you just basically like broke the flesh, and the little blood comes out, and he looks like. Alrighty, who's next?
Me. So yeah, Voidfrost runs forward, except as he runs, you'll see 2 wings extend from the back of his armor and bear him aloft, because I fucking love this suit of armor. And basically, he is going to make a slash. Rather than attack the creature low down, I'm going to go for the motherfucker's head.
Okay, call shot is I think a +3.
+2, my friend.
+2. All right, my bad.
Yeah. Give me just a second. Wow, his sword specialty will come into this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Ooh.
Headshots +3 dice damage, I think. It's been so long since a headshot at something.
I will double check for you.
Yeah.
Thank you
One
very
more.
much. Also, a longsword held in 2 hands is strength +3, yes?
If it is
Mhm.
two-handed, yes.
Cool.
Headshot to +2 damage.
+2. Cool. So that's base strength of 3 +3 for the sword, so that's base 6 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's only 7 rollover. I missed the math. That's +6. So that's a total of 12 dice damage. Equal to 6. Oh, sorry, no, it's a total of 14 dice damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 lethal to its head.
Alrighty then. Here we go. He only soaks 2 out of the how many?
6.
2 out of the 6, so that will be 4. So you basically dig, like you aim for the head and you slice. You basically slice one of his his piercing red eyes, basically, and like he lets out this yell. Like, he kind of like flails a little bit.
And
All right.
Violet, you're up next.
Violet is useless at combat unless she can eat something, and she does not want to eat the poison.
Give me a perception investigation. We will not have none of that useless talk around here, miss.
Oh boy.
Okay. Fingers crossed I don't botch again. Oh man. Patient, 3 perception. Difficulty?
I'm gonna give you're frantic in battle and you're looking around because you really want to help. I'm gonna do a 6.
Motherfucker.
Damn.
I'm benevolent. I'll make that one success because I want you to be in it I want you to be in it. So basically, you look around, you like, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, and you see basically that where you're at is basically like a barricade. Like they use this as like a barricade for like if the creature entering the town this way, and you see. Let me get my trusty, dusty. Let me get my good old images out real quick because I love my images. Sorry if I'm bogging down combat a little bit. I just want to let people feel included and whatnot. Good people. So my bad. I'm sorry.
No worries, you're good.
All right. Yeah. There you go. That's where I want it. Thank. All right. Yeah, that's the exact picture where I want it. Here we go. Download that beautiful beam footage. Okay. You will see this.
Yeah.
Glorious.
You will see this basically right there. It's huge, but if a man can pull it, anybody can pull it. Whatever. It is already loaded. You can take your action and go over there and pull it back and basically turn it and aim it at it and shoot it.
Alrighty. I shall do that.
Okay, you're going to be doing if you have it'll be dex, archery, or firearms, or if not, it'll be dex.
Yeah, it'll be Dex at a +2 difficulty because I don't have firearms or archery. I'm gonna do the willpower on this one. That seems like a good idea.
I'll give that.
We're up. Evan, mute yourself. You're typing.
Sorry.
Difficult. You. Oh, I was about to say that wasn't the difficulty I put. So the difficulty for this was going to be. I know it's a +2, but the difficulty I was going to put is a 7, actually.
Oh, okay.
So re-roll that
Yeah.
because it's already sprung back and loaded for you. So like,
And
I must still spend the willpower that declared I was spending for this. 2 successes.
alrighty then. So basically, what I want you to do, the one will carry over, and it will be +10.
Whew. So 11 dice.
Mm-hmm.
That's 5 damage.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He soaks it, but you can see that the ballista stabs, still like hits him, and as it hits him, it forms into like a root around his leg, and like around one of his, not his leg, his arm, and basically you can see the arrow like basically connects to the ballista, and then kind of hunkers down into the ground. You could tell that this ballista was used to probably like restrain the creature before it entered the town, basically. So he's going to be at a -2 to all his dice rolls, including basically attack.
Booyah.
booyah.
Now it's the creature's extra action.
So for Laren.
No. The creature had an extra action.
So
he did.
the extra action for this creature, basically, since Sir Christian is close to him, he's going to attempt a claw swipe at you.
Okay. Can I dodge it?
Do you have an extra action?
My horse technically provides an extra action in combat.
Unless you use the horse to charge.
Yeah, I did use it to close the distance.
I would say no in this case. So he is at a -2 dice penalty. So basically, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So basically, he will, instead of 5 dice, he'll be only rolling a casual 4. One success and one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. So 9 dice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Now, did he attack me or the horse?
He's just going to attack you.
Okay, so he's going to pop off one of my timed dragon scales. So his difficulty to damage me increases by +2, so only 8 or better.
Okay, so was that to hit or for damage?
Were you just rolling for damage there?
Yeah, I was just rolling for damage right here.
Yeah, it's just to damage.
Okay, so basically it has to be 8 or better. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just 5.
Okay. And that cantrip will only be active for this round.
Cool beans. You shrugged it like a boss. Tell me how you parry this creature's blow.
Right. Well, he doesn't. The claws actually rake right over his armor, but fortunately, a testament to its Arcadian craftsmanship, the claws do not puncture and find purchase, and he shrugs it off, spurring his horse away for a second pass.
Okay, okay. So we are back at the top of the round.
That'll be Sir Falaren. I'm gonna. My bunk for this cantrip is gonna be threefold. The first part of the bunk is his disgust at this creature for using a flame weapon like that on a member of House Aileo, who are the dragons. The second is going to be he's going to take his sword and he's going to bang it against his house symbol, which is blazoned on his chest of the she plate, and he's going to point it at the creature. And the third part is going to be his words. Now let the members of House Aileo, the true dragons, show you how it's done. And then I will cast Holy Strike.
Okay, I'll give you 2 bunk.
Div 6.
So
and spend a point of willpower on this.
blue beans.
So 4. So like when you cast it, an image, chemical image of a dragon will kind of encompass his sword, and a flame will shoot out from the tip of the sword, which is incidentally also a dragon's mouth.
Okay.
Willpower plus glamour plus plus success on activation roll. So 11 dice? Yeah, 11 dice. Come on, dice roller, don't fail me now. What the motherfucking shit piece of... So 1.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was really shitty.
So what happened?
That's shitty.
Oh.
There's
Damn.
1. There's 1 in there. Just 1.
Oh.
Tell us how you really feel.
Damn.
Was that all?
Yeah, just the 1. Since 1s don't take away from damage checks.
Oh.
Just that one with Holy Strike is such a pain.
Okay.
So he's got 1.
So I'm next. So okay. So so basically this creature is going to lose his turn because he's focused on trying to get this weird vine restriction from off of him.
To add
So
more
next
chaos.
is Alden.
To add more chaos to this, Aldwin will look at the creature. Is it covered in fur by chance?
It has some fur on him.
All right. So I'm gonna set that fur on fire.
Alrighty then.
This is Pyretic's floor. Engulf.
Oh Lord.
It's really hard to concentrate when you're on fire.
Mm-hmm.
So
Truth.
we're going to that. That. So, the bunk for this would be. Alderman will look at the creature. He will take out his lighter, hold the lighter to his lips, and blow, and basically out a flame.
2 bunk.
So that is okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At the end of the round, he takes 1 point of aggravated damage for 6 turns. For 6 turns. Yeah. Is that
Okay.
right?
So this starts
Also, at the end of the round. So.
Okay.
Damn, you blow well. Womp womp.
Alrighty
Also, this
then.
creature is on fire.
So basically, you see this. Basically, the fur basically catches on fire, and he's like, "Ugh!" So basically, the other hand is like. So basically, since he has claws and whatnot, he is going to do damage to himself because basically he is trying to literally rake away at him, like at the fire. So I am going to, if y'all will allow me, I'm gonna roll damage for that basically.
Yeah.
So the difficulty for him scratching himself is going to be a difficulty 3. The lowest is going to go basically. Oh wow! So 1, 2, 3. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 dice to itself. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm just gonna roll for his soak to see if he do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's okay, but he's still scratching at himself. So basically, his extra action is going to be him basically clawing at the fire. So who's up next?
Christian.
Christian.
So, after getting loose of the creature and just barely escaping a rake of its deadly claws, Christian canters over a fair distance away, just out of melee range, really. Then he winds back his sword, swings through the air, and then points it at the creature. Die. So die, ugly motherfucker, as he holly strikes it.
Oh, my bad. Was me. Was that your bunk? Basically, die, motherfucker, die.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I'm gonna give that a 2 because you telling them to die, motherfucker, die.
Motherfucker die.
Mm-hmm.
Two successes. So glamour plus willpower plus 1.
Take me to the king, indeed.
Take me to the king. I'm on fire and it stains.
Christian finishes a bolt of emerald silver lightning shoots out of the tip of his sword and fries the creature for 8 lethal.
Alrighty then, let me roll the beautiful beam footage. Ooh! So 1, 2, 3, and that was 8. So basically 5 and Yeah, you hit him, and it stumbles him back, and he's like, he's still clawing at himself, and like you basically see that blood, like kind of that purple reddish blood, just like oozes everywhere, like just like y'all doing y'all thing. Alrighty then, Void Frost.
Void Frost, basically, the wings splay back on either side of Void Frost's chest. Either side of Void Frost's back. He reaches down just above the creature's head and he scoops. Basically, he plunges his hands into the fire. And I'm going to take a point of aggravated damage for this. I'm actually going to take the point of damage as he holds the fire up in his hands. Between the 2 points of his hand, basically, he forms a ball of fire that glows like the sun. And he is going to throw it down at the creature as my bunk for Dance of the Five Kings, as he simply says, "None can stand before the sun's radiance."
So he Eleanor'd him. I'm giving that a +3.
Cool. This is also my affinity realm, so that will lower it to difficulty 4. I'm going to spend a point of willpower. This is the 5th willpower spent, so I'm keeping count. Alright, so that is. Yep, that is 5 points of aggravated damage, because we have ruled that fire from that 5 things does aggravated damage. I like that ruling.
Alrighty. So 1, 2, 3, and that will do 2. So, all right. So basically, you hit him, and he's like he's burning. He's saying, you could literally see his muscle tendons starting to be exposed. Like y'all fucking this guy. Like he's like he's on fire from 2 different kinds of fire. He has this vine holding him back, like just anchored under the ground. He just don't know what to do. Violet.
Hello.
You're near this like ballista.
I am.
And you see basically there's another bolt next to you. Like there's like 3 of them next to you. Do you take one and do you load it? It'll be the same difficulty. It'll be difficulty 7. And load it and fire it.
I don't know. I've been watching a lot, so I'm kind of nervous.
Oh no! Take a chance. You may hit this creature. You may coup de grace him, or you may restrain the creature more, or you may miss. Who knows? Take a chance. This is where heroes is made.
Sure. Difficulty 7?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any more willpower to spend, so we gotta stay out of the way.
Ah! You see? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So that will be the casual 11. Saying casual 11.
Five successes.
All righty. Let me try to see if he can soak a doke that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So So basically it does the same thing as basically you shoot. It doesn't pierce, it bounce, but basically it wraps around his other arm. So basically this thing is now he is screaming, raving in pain as basically he is just burning. He don't have his long claws to basically help him in this endeavor. He's basically bound. And he's like flailing and just stomping his huge feet. Did anybody? Oh, nobody didn't have no extra actions.
No, sir.
Negative.
All righty. So he is going to actually go for a kick. And who is frontline again?
Me.
All
I'm up
righty.
there.
I'm gonna go for that. And since you had confounding coils, it's up. So you're basically difficulty 8 to hit.
Correct.
All righty then. So he still has 4 measly. Oh no! Since he's been restrained, he only has 2 dice to roll. So here we go. So 1, 2. So 1 carries over. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that'd be 9 dice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Just 6 bashing.
Okay.
He basically does like a little giant donkey kick.
Four.
Alrighty.
So 2 bash.
Mm-hmm. As he kicks, and the force, it pushes you back, but it doesn't knock you down. You're still on your feet. It does like one of them anime pushbacks, and the mud basically imprints, and you basically just still standing.
Okay. And how many? Void Frost gave how many health levels when he started?
3.
3.
1 extra health level hanging around. Okay.
Alrighty, so now we are at the top of the round.
That'd be me.
Sutherland, do us the honor of killing this fucking thing.
Flaren will take his broadsword into 2-handed grip and charge in and swing,
Go right ahead, good sir.
really letting out a battle cry. Let's see, my runic imprint. It's 3 successes. Hit. The broadsword does strength 3, 200 grip, strength 4, plus 2, strength 6. Strength again. That's what I thought. So 5.
Alrighty then, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 gets through. And he is looking worse. He's looking worse for wear. You can tell this creature never been this damaged before. And you can see this wild, frantic look in his eyes. And basically, he will go for a donkey kick again towards you, since you're in his face, good sir. Nope, he missed. He whiffs. No, yeah. Also, he takes an ag. I forgot all about that.
Yep.
He definitely looking worse for wear. As the fire like stokes a little bit more.
Basically, gonna like fly towards him with a claw attack.
Yeah, cool beans.
Ugh, botch.
So you
No, there's an 8 in
basically.
there.
Oh no, that's not a botch.
Yeah, yeah.
Just a failure.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. So
That's just a bad roll. Jesus.
Yeah, so you go over and you hit. I mean, you don't hit, but like you blow enough wind with that ferocious strike that it stokes the fire even more. He's like, he's just at this point he's just like burning alive, cooking in his juices. This was a bad day for him, Sir Christian.
Seeing that there's 2 she now in melee range of the creature, and it seems to be, as you've said, worse for wear, Christian, rather than risking throwing a holly strike that might kill all 3 of them, he'll just charge in with his horse again, winding back, and try to put an end to it with a solid blow from his sword.
Mm-hmm.
Two successes.
Woo!
7.
You may be taking him to the king. 1, 2, 3 out of 7. So 4. He basically he's not he falls on one knee and he just starts bleeding as basically you hit like a vital like you basically sliced his side and basically like you see some of his entrails leaking out. You got him good. He's like you could tell this creature has never been injured like this before. Never in his cruel life has this creature ever been this damaged. He's like, Void Frost
is basically what he does is Void Frost flies till he's about 20 feet in the air, give or take. Yeah, about 20 feet in the air. At which point my bunk is going to be to drop, basically have my wings stop supporting my weight, and I'm going to drop onto the ground. I'll happily soak some bashing damage to do this. But he brings his fist down onto the ground in a punch, and that's going to be his bunk for another, for another Path of the Five Kings or whatever it's called. The idea is he's going to send a spike of earth right up through this thing's skull.
Quick question: how far can a bunk go? I think it can go up to a 5.
You can go up to a 4, I think.
4. Okay,
Actually, I'm gonna look at Paul here with kind of giant puppy dog eyes.
I had one go as high as a 5 recently.
Okay, so you can go to a 5.
I'm going to give that. You're going to take. I'm gonna say you're gonna take 4, but you're gonna get 4 bunk for that.
Cool. I'll just soak the 4 with my base stamina because you can't soak. Fun fact: you can't soak falling damage with your armor.
Nor should you.
Damn right. He takes 1 bashing damage, but he gets the 4 point on his bunk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to spend another point of willpower. This is my 6th willpower for the night, but I'm going to fucking kill this thing. Hashtag she rage. Hashtag she rage. Also, I can't let Christian sneak ahead of me in the kill count by 2.
Haha. I'm glad to motivate you.
Glad to motivate.
You, sir, are welcome. 6 as the spike goes. Oh, sorry, 7. My apologies for the willpower.
Alrighty. This may be it for him. So tell me how this spike enters and destroys this poor creature.
Basically, it's actually really, really thin. It's almost like, have you ever seen Full Metal Alchemist?
Yes.
It's almost like a lust kind of a spike. Basically, he drops from the sky. The spike comes from under his fist. It's only about as thick as your pinky finger, but it just goes straight through his skull. So there's this kind of wet noise as very slowly the body just kind of goes down the spike of earth onto the ground. Like,
and basically, as this happened, you're just going to hear a thud, like, doof. And as this is happening, his blood will start to leak all over. It'll start to almost spread. And as his blood spreads, it will start to basically almost turn into almost like a symbiote, like grasping at everything around him and starting to devour the ground beneath it and just start stretching. And you can feel that it's absorbing the glamour around here.
Gentlemen, I would suggest, Void Frost will say as he flicks his wrist to kind of, get the feeling back into it. I can get us all out of here. I suggest we leave very, very promptly.
As you say, my lord.
Does anyone object?
If that is your judgment, my lord.
We knew that it would sacrifice this village and that it would eat the glamour of the surrounding area when we killed it. I would personally rather not be eaten in the process.
Then why are we still discussing it?
Good. Void Frost kind of cracks his knuckles together. Basically, they all kind of retreat back a little bit they all kind of retreat back a little bit so that he has some room to work. What he does is, with his foot, he draws a circle around them in the dirt, and then he hops out of the circle, and then he hops back into the circle. And that's going to be my bunk for Flicker Flash.
+3.
Nice. So because we're all she, it'll go to difficulty. Sorry, because we're all changelings, not all she. It'll go to difficulty 4. But because I have to throw a scene to take you all with me, it will be difficulty 5. Okay, it'll take about 2. It takes about 2 turns. Yeah, it'll take about 2 rounds for this to kick off, but around 6 seconds later,
all right. This is going to. I'm gonna need y'all before it's gonna be like split second to roll me perception alertness to see what y'all see after like that quick second, real quick. Everybody, if y'all can.
2 successes.
Nothing.
Alrighty then.
Hey, I got a success and didn't botch this time. I've been watching a lot.
Just gonna download this quick picture real quick. So who all got successes?
I did.
All right.
I did.
I got
All right.
2.
When y'all see when y'all basically about to flicker flash out, you basically see like everything goes black and basically you see like this weird like portal like opens, and you basically see half of a body of a individual draped in a cloak and horns and hooves, and then you flicker flashed out. But it wasn't as big. It was tall like a troll, but it wasn't as big as the creature. And you'll be back.
He will flicker flash you if everyone is amenable to this, because we should probably all stay together. Just back to his own freehold. So basically, the magic will dissipate, and Void Frost will kind of slump down because he's fucking exhausted. So he just kind of slumps down in his chair, his high back chair, and he takes a swig from the vodka. Well, that was adventure.
Christian just starts taking off his armor because he'll need to do that before he puts it in the trunk of his car because it's conspicuous. But he'll say, "Did any of you see that? Chance to see that as we feared?"
I was rather focusing on getting us out of there. I didn't see anything.
There was one other, not the creature, but some other.
I saw it.
I saw it as well.
Can you describe?
It was a horned man, like draped in a cloak of some kind.
Big, but not giant.
That creature was summoned.
Yes. Void Frost will point his finger down at the old chieftain of OldShire, and he'll say, "By him, to be exact."
The old chieftain, like basically the Boggin will come up to you, like one of the random Boggins will come up to you, like, "My lord, I've made sure that the commoners, the wildlings, have been situated. They still need to adjust, but right now they are full bellies and they are okay."
Good.
Creature kept saying Master and Forbog, which is a type of fouling.
Oh, what did he say? Who did he say it to?
Void Frost.
Oh, my bad.
Void Frost's eyes narrow.
It repeated it over and over again. Master and Forbog.
I will write the report for the Duchess. Obviously, with this new influx of people, she needs to be made aware. But for this meantime, the people are safe. We have done our duty. This is a victory. Though I sense that this is all part of something much larger.
I will look into this Forbog. I swear I've heard it somewhere once before.
Do any of you here, because I'm actually going to, just because Diamond might know this, but Evan does anyone here speak Irish as a language?
I mean, we could, but I don't think I'm too pressed to like try to like do the thing.
No, I was just curious, because Furbolg is basically, it's an Irish word, and it actually has a literal meaning.
Oh, that's what you meant. Okay.
I have it right here.
I don't know, did my naming go down yet?
I think they're asking in an OOC type of way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We're just curious if anyone spoke Irish as a language.
No, I haven't mastered English yet.
But yes, needless to say, Voidfrost, he's sitting there in his robes. His armor basically kind of gets sucked into a point on his chest. It's kind of odd to look at. As I say, it venoms in and out. But he's sitting there in his robes, and he'll say, I will need to get these peasants or these commoners situated, but that's for me to worry about. You all performed excellently. I will send commendations to any of your liege lords if you wish commendations in your names to be sent.
I would very much. That is a gracious offer, Lord Voidfrost.
Most gracious.
And I will await further judgment.
And Sir Christian says that Flaren will actually stare at Christian for a moment with a smile.
You, what is your full name? You've just been referred to as Chieftain.
I am Ordon the Exiled. If I
What?
was to speak my full name, I would be stricken down.
I have come to the realization, Ordon, that what you did out of pride and hubris. What you did because you felt slighted, and this caused the possible recriminations of your exile upon those whom it was you chose to protect. However, you chose to protect them. So, it is my ruling to sit and try to sit above you in judgment, but I will not take your life. I will not take your liberty. However, I bind and shackle you from now until the last day that you shall draw breath, that you shall work tirelessly in the name of the people of OldShire, in whatever form that they shall take, to be their guide and their guardian. And should you ever fail on this path, may the sun turn its back on you and the moon give you no light. Your punishment is to see to their happiness.
I, Ordon the Exiled, shall accept this. You are too merciful for the likes of me, thus showing the nobility of the she. And he will bow, and he will basically, the little girl will run up, basically with a new doll in hand, and basically will run up, like hug the chieftain, and basically take his hand, and she will basically wave frantically to like each and every one of you, like she's clean, she washed, she has a nice dress, like she's happy. And basically she'll look like, come elder, we have food, we have flowers.
That's cute.
And she will take him away. He was smiling, a tear will come down his face, and he will basically walk with her.
Needless to say, Sir Falaren, if you uncover anything related to this word, I would be delighted to know.
When I find more information, I'll be sure to tell you.
Good.
This is important. What's my manipulation? Ooh, what's the old one?
Are you talking about my character, or you?
No, mine's.
Mm-hmm.
Spend another point of willpower. Fourth for the day. Yep, 2 successes. To hide any inkling that he knows something.
Voidfrost is too tired, realistically, to be in here. He's not paying much attention.
So, if anybody have anything that they want to do, I think this would be a perfect time to end the scenes off here.
Oh,
Christian just gives the commoners one last long look, almost looking like He's observing some insects exhibiting some curious behavior, but happy insects. Curious. There's a strange look on his face, nods to the other she present, and then turns and leaves.
Violet's gonna hand Boy Frost a bottle of Advil for your splitting headache.
Thank you.
So, I guess we end the scene off there. Thank you, watchers, for watchers. Thank you, players, for playing. This has been an exciting, adventurous quest of action and daring exploits, and also future mischievous deeds. Welcome to Changeling, the Dublin venue. And as they say, good night, and keep on dreaming, dreamers.